why, but let me. All right, let's go. All right, cool. So I'm gonna just shout everybody out really quick so we can have some accountability and some community, because I don't know if you guys want to recognize, but what we're about to do in June is gonna be monumental. What we're about to do in June is going to break a lot of limiting beliefs. We're gonna have a lot of breakthroughs in June, but it's only if you are applying what we're giving you. It's only if you're staying coachable, okay? Yeah, like Tony said, I encourage all of you guys to turn on your cameras if you have the ability. I'm gonna tell you right now, Platinum 600, Platinum 1000, P2K, Chairman 10, so on and so forth. Turn your cameras on. Let's see you guys. That's actually something that I'm getting better about as well. But look at every chairman on a call. I guarantee you they have their camera on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this started, but I wanna announce everybody that's on this call, pay some homage to you guys for showing up and showing out on this Sunday. So we've got Frankie on the line out here in Ireland. We've got Jordan out in Oregon on the line. We've got Alex in the other room. We've got Ali in Jersey. We've got Arnold about to move to AZ. Let's go. We've got Bobby, happy birthday, bro, from the other day out in Cali. We've got Caitlin up in Michigan. We got our very own Daniela out in London. We've got Eric on the line out in Arkansas. We've got Jake on the line out here in AZ. JC, I don't know who JC is, but I'd love to meet you, bro. I keep seeing your names on the call, and you are a hustler, bro. We got JC on the line. We've got John on the line out here in Arizona. We've got Josh out in Newfoundland, Canada. We've got Marin on the line, crushing it with DeLorean out here in AZ. We got Mikey G on the line out here in Arizona. We've got Nehemiah on the line in the other room. We've got Nick, our newest Platinum 600. Throw some sevens in the chat. Let's go, baby. We've got Nico on the line. Just met him the other day out here in Arizona. We've got Paul. We've got Rachel. We've got Tony. And last but not least, we've got Mr. Woke and Wealthy, Josh Gordon out here. Tying it up. Guys, I'm super excited, super fired up. There's a reason why I wanted to go through and shout everybody out, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is what it is. But I will tell you in the next 4 weeks, these calls layering on, building onto each other. Not everybody that's on the call today will be here at the end of the 30 days, at the end of this month. And I want everybody to be here. And I know that the person that you're working with, they want you to be here too, but this is just how it works, okay? And I want to do this as accountability. I want to build culture around this. And I really want to set a plan and a purpose of why we're not only here, but give you guys a call to action. So now you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, where you're going, but how you're doing it. And I think that's for a lot of people, the missing link is like, yeah, Abby, I'm fired up. I'm excited. Like I'm ready to go. But you're kind of just moving in the wrong direction, or you're so overwhelmed by information, you don't actually take action, because a confused mind does what? Nothing. So I'm super fired up. I'm excited. I'm going to roll through a few things on this call, guys. And this isn't, I'm hoping this is not going to be like some long call. I don't want to take up a lot of your Sunday. I just want to make sure that we can get super clear on what we're doing and where we're going. And so as you guys saw, I've been promoting it. A lot of people have been promoting it in the chat. This call for the next 4 weeks, it's called Movement in June. The whole goal is to get people to start moving. Okay. How many of you guys on this call right now feel like maybe, and this is for accountability purposes, we have to get transparent. We have to get real about where we're at right now to where we want to go, to even have any kind of idea of where we can go, any kind of belief to break through whatever limitations that we have on ourselves right now. Where do you want to be at the end of this month? So kind of maybe type in the chat right now, where do you guys want to be by July 1st, 2021 with the building side? And I'll type in the chat for myself too. Okay. It's my dad. Okay, I got you. I keep seeing him show up everywhere and I'm like, let's go. Okay, so we've got P2K, we've got P600 plus, we've got P2K, P600 or more, P1K, Platinum 1000. Got my goals in there. We've got P600, P1K, P600, P1000, P1000, P5K, or sorry, that's 5,000 families. Let's go. P1000. Cool. Guys, get clear on where you want to be by the end of the month. Okay. This call, you're on this call, and make this decision now. You're on this call because you have a desire to go Platinum 600 and above. So on this call, we have to make a decision. I believe if you're on this call, you've already made that decision. Okay. But if you haven't made that decision, get clear. And if you look at the root word of the word decide, okay, we've got side, homicide, suicide, okay, so many other words that end in side. It means to cut off. It means to kill off, okay, it means to remove. So what decision do you need to make that removes, that cuts off everything that's not allowing that goal that you have in mind to grow, that's not conducive to being productive, to allow yourself to hit that goal? Okay, that decision is revolved around what we're here in this purpose of the call today. So making that decision, building through Platinum 600 and above by the end of the month. So what we're doing is we're building through P600 in the month of June by the end of this month. So I want to share my screen with you guys just for a second. I think I can find it on my pictures here. But does everybody, I'm actually curious to know, does everybody know what the compensation plan looks like? Type in the chat if you do, type in the chat if you don't. It's all good if you don't. I want to share the comp plan with y'all because I think a lot of people may know or have an idea of this Platinum 600 thing, but they don't actually know what it is. Here we go. I think I can share it with y'all. I sent this to myself earlier today. Okay. So the comp plan, let me see, let me open it up. All right, let me see if I can zoom my screen in. Let me show y'all. So some of you guys had messaged me saying that you don't know what the comp plan looks like. Can everybody see my screen? You can see this, right? Okay, perfect, you can. I just can't see the chat. Okay, I'm gonna just show you guys. For those of you that don't know, this is what the compensation plan looks like. I think sometimes we can assume that people already know this before they start actually going out and sharing this with people. So I want to give you guys clarity of where you could go. What does this actually look like? And without getting into all the little details of this amount of volume and what this means and blah, 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 I'm just going to show you what P600 looks like, because that's what we're focused on is on this call for this month. And if you're a P600 already, you're a Platinum 1000 already and above, okay, your goal on this call right now for day one should be to focus on how can I maybe teach what's being taught to, the team that I already have, and how can I go and duplicate the next Platinum 600, on your team. So Platinum 150, for example, there's different ranks, there's different levels to this, guys. And I think the purpose behind this is understanding not only that you have the ability to get paid to trade, but you have the opportunity. And I personally believe, and this is how I operate, I have the duty and the responsibility, now that I've been given a God-given skill set to learn how to multiply money, I now have the ability and the opportunity and the responsibility to go out and share this with people that don't have multiple streams of income, that don't have money working for them. Okay. And so for Platinum 150, guys, all that means is you've gone out and you've helped 3 people yourself get involved and get access to IM Academy. That's it. Okay. You go out and you help 3 people. And there is obviously a compensation side to it. It's $150 a month, which is huge. Most people look at that and like, oh, it's only 150. That turns to 200 real quick when you get somebody started on an elite pack. Okay. Well, Platinum 150 is a big deal. Why? Because most people never get there. Most people don't have the heart, the belief to keep going, the courage to keep going, even through rejection. And we're going to talk about that, preparing you guys for what's to come. So Platinum 150, 3 people. Platinum 600, I'm going to stop at this level. You guys can see this, is 12 people. And that's not you bringing all 12 people on. You can do that, but that's not all of you. That's just an accumulated team of 12 people. You do that, okay, you're now a Platinum 600. Platinum 600 is, I would say, like a staple rank inside of the platform, inside of the academy. Why? Because for so many people across the world, Platinum 600, an extra $600 a month, is a lifestyle change, okay? And I don't want to make this so much about like getting paid, because that's just a byproduct of you helping more people, you just making an impact. If you've told yourself, hey, I see the value in this, I see the vision of where this can take me, and you've made the decision that you actually want to go out and help share this with people, it should be a no-brainer to do that. Okay. This shouldn't feel like, oh, like, I'm working my face off. And yes, you will, but it shouldn't be a burden, is what I'm trying to say. This is actually building this business, and building relationships has actually been the most rewarding thing for me personally. And ask any role model, chairman, leader inside of this company that maybe you look up to or you believe in, they will tell you the exact same thing. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. Platinum 150, Platinum 600. This is kind of where you're focusing on. Obviously, there are other levels to this: P1000, P2K, P5, Chairman 10. You can look at the structure. I just want you guys to see and gain awareness of where you're at and where you can go. What does that look like? Okay. So let me see how I can exit out of this. There we go. All right, y'all. How we doing? How we feeling? Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna kind of go through the why. So why you guys are here. I would ask yourself right now on this call, write it down. Why are you here? Why did you decide to show up to this call today? Okay, why did you decide to show up to this call today? And don't say cannot be because Nick Fantasia hit me up and told me to be on this call. It cannot be because Tony Pena said, hey, get on this call. We're running a training XYZ. It has to be deeper than that. You have to know that reason why you want to share this, because I promise you, a little bit of rejection, you're not going to last. And I'm just trying to be real. I don't want to say some hype, motivational stuff on this call. I want to be real, because I know where we can go, but we can only go there if we're real about where we're at right now. Okay. So I want you guys to get super real about that reason, that root reason, that core reason of why you're on this call today. What do you want to get out of this over the next 27 days of June, going Platinum 600 and beyond, breaking through that? And it's not just going to be breaking through P6. It's probably going to be you breaking through limiting beliefs. Okay. So I'm going to reiterate a couple things that I wrote down of why I'm here. The purpose behind these calls, this movement in June. It's to get people moving. It's to get people back to the basics and not leaving the basics. The basics is what you're going to build a foundation with and build the tallest building. Okay. Actually go out and make an impact. So educating and empowering people with a plan. I graduated college not having a financial plan. This became my plan. Being able to not only get to work for me, helping myself and now helping other people, but I really wanted to kind of do these calls to build a culture that normalizes making money online, getting money to work for us, having multiple streams of income that grows and develops together. Because I know trading, it can be a lonely road. When you hit, when you make a profit, or you have a withdrawal for yourself, that's nice. That's your money. Okay. It feels good. You see your progress. You see yourself, moving in your strategy and whatever else it may be. I'm gonna tell you right now, building is very similar to trading, but it doesn't have to be, and nor should it be lonely. Trading doesn't need to be lonely. I just know for me personally, like I like to trade by myself. I'm doing my thing in and out, gotta, get my bag and move on. But with building, it's a team sport. It's a team sport. Okay. And so creating community and culture and accountability around a good thing, where it's not just, we're celebrating one person at the end of the month that hits Platinum 600. It's we're all in this together. Not trying to reference High School Musical, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. So understand that reason of why you're here and recognize that you're doing this for yourself for whatever reasons those are, but you're never by yourself. Okay. So get really clear on that purpose, because when you can know why you're doing what you're doing and you have that burning desire, I believe a burning desire, and I heard this from, I believe it's Napoleon Hill or Earl Nightingale. He said, having a burning desire is the starting point for all achievement. Okay. If you don't have a burning desire for something, you don't believe that you can actually hit that goal, you will not take action consistently to hit that goal. Okay. Everything that we do is preceded by our beliefs. Okay. How we see ourselves, how we see the world around us, our perspective. So if I can give you guys a shift in perspective, the mindset, the vision, okay, the purpose, the plan on this call. So it's not necessarily so much about the how right now. It's really just, why are we here? Where can we go? Elevating your belief of what's possible and giving you a way. Okay. So that's the why. And then the vision, where are we going? great leaders, I learned this from Mike Sotero and Jason Brown. They always talk about how great leaders are always promoting the next thing. What's next? And so for us, what's next, this vision that I have that I want to bring to the table for you guys to be a part of it and grow together is breaking 12 new Platinum 600s and above by the end of this month, by July 1st, 2021. Okay. And I wrote down a few things that I think are going to help shift us in achieving that, but making it so much bigger than even myself, so much bigger than you. Because sometimes when we maybe aren't making the progress that we want or seeing the results that we want, we can get inside of our own heads. We can start focusing on our own problems instead of focusing on who can I help next. Whenever I have internal problems, personal problems or whatever, like, yes, I need to take care of them. But I also understand, like right now, we have a team of over 130 people. And can you guys imagine if, let's say Mike Sotero, who has a team of almost, I think, 2,000, if he just started to focus on himself, what would happen? So taking yourself out of the picture frame and seeing the picture for what it really is and recognizing that, hey, and Zig Ziglar said this, if I want to help myself, go help solve other people's problems. I promise you, it's so much more rewarding and fulfilling when you can see things from a new lens and start shifting your attention and your focus on helping the next person. Who can I help next? Okay. So I wrote down, this is just for me saying it out loud as accountability. But if you really think about it, breaking 12 new Platinum 600s and above by the end of this call, look, there's 30 people on this call. There's 30 people on this call. There's no reason why a minimum of 12 people can't break Platinum 600 above. Y'all agree? That's 12 people. That's crazy. So 12 people, right? Going Platinum 600. Do the math. What's 12 times 12? That's 144 people. Brand new. I wrote down help, and this is before I did the math. I said help 150 people this month get access to this platform. And what does this platform mean? I always like to break down the reason, the connection, right, to this life-changing information. Not just information, but a plan. Information does have the ability to change your situation. It's kind of like saying knowledge has power, but it's not necessarily power unless you apply it. Okay. This is about giving people a plan. Most people don't have a plan. 85% of all people are unexcited, unhappy, and unfulfilled with their life when they wake up every single day. Giving people the opportunity to have proximity to real success. I'm going to say this really quickly, and I hope that you guys catch it. And if you don't, let me know. But Cash Cartier, if you guys want to write his name down, he's a chairman 50 inside of the company. He said this the other day. And this is why I've seen from Mike and Christian Jukes going on chairman 10, Mike Sotero, chairman 25, going on chairman 50, our DCX educator running that DeFi course. They've been talking about a couple different things when it comes to building this business. And one thing that Cash Cartier says when it comes to the chat, for example, is the chat is the heart of your business, of your organization. Now, there's some people on this call, maybe you haven't even shared this with anybody yet. Maybe you haven't even, hit a rank. Maybe you're unranked right now. Maybe you're a Platinum 150. Maybe you're one person to Platinum 150. Maybe you're just a few people, to Platinum 600. Maybe you're a few people to Platinum 1000. Maybe you're on your way to P2K. Okay. The spectrum is very wide on this call. So we want to make it an open conversation, but I want to reiterate this because we have to, and this is a great example, we have to act as if, and maybe this is some level of information and perspective that you aren't used to hearing yet. That's okay. We've got to start somewhere, but I want to maybe challenge you to gain a new perspective and start acting as if. You can't go somewhere until you've become it up here. That's why if you guys have ever heard, when people hit the lottery, they're literally back at square one within a year, 2 years. Why? Because your income, you can write this down. You can take this to the grave. Your income will never surpass your mindset. Your income will never surpass your mindset. That's why sometimes when I see people make huge trading gains in a small period of time, and then they lose it, I'm not surprised because their mindset isn't there. So if you want to go and become something, go and hit a goal, maybe it's Platinum 600, P1000, whatever in this case, you have to first become it here. Believe that you are already that person here. Okay. develop that burning desire for yourself. If you have a burning desire, it doesn't matter what life throws at you, you're going to get back up every single time. Life is hard for everybody in their own way, to whatever degree that looks like. Okay. You've got to keep going. Having that burning desire is going to allow you to get back up. This call is going to be, more mindset centered, because we can't move forward with the how and the what and the skills, because 90%, 95% of all success is mindset, is mental. So if you're wondering why I'm just talking about this, that's why. Okay. Don't question it. Just understand you're here for a reason. And I'm trying to set you up with the mentality first, because I know what to expect going to Platinum 150, going to Platinum 600, P1000, so on. So having my example back to the chat is, you got to act as if. Maybe you're on this call, like I said, and you haven't brought on a single person. That's okay. We start somewhere. We all start somewhere. But you have to start acting as if. And when Cash Cartier said, your chat is the heartbeat of your organization, it actually really got me to think, how can we act as if in the chat? And the reason why this is important is because the chat, the go live sessions, okay, the support network, the Zoom calls that we do, just like the Sunday night call that we're having tonight with Mike Sotero, happens every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, this is the closest thing that people have to real success. And I take that to heart, because when I first got introduced to this, the only version of success that I had was my mom and dad. And I love my mom and dad, but it was my mom and dad working a job that they complained about all the time, that they'll retire less than 1 to 2 million when they retire. And you need like 5 million just to be like, okay, when you retire. And I hear my dad counting down the days, less than 3 years. So I get to retire every day when he was here in Arizona. That was my version of success. That's what most people is probably way worse than that. Okay. That's just kind of like most people. But what I'm trying to say is, most people have never really seen what real success looks like. And I'm not trying to be very surface level on this call. I'm actually trying to get deeper so that we can get connected to that reason of like why this is so important. So much bigger than just an extra $600 check a month. So much bigger than just, I got rejected a few times today in my conversations. Who cares? You have to give yourself more opportunities to get a yes. Who cares about the people that told you no, that said some things to you? Move on. It's all good. They're missing out. So proximity to real success, giving people the opportunity to associate. This is so key, to associate with a community and an environment that's conducive to their growth. I know that my environment growing up, if I were to live at home right now with what I'm doing, it would not be conducive to my growth. Okay. That's why we need to sometimes move our environment. Okay. And it's not always going to be physical. Most people, they'll plug into Go Live and that's their virtual environment. That's their environment for that time period where it's conducive to their growth, giving people that association, that access, that proximity. Okay. So think about it much deeper than where we're at right now. And I think the biggest thing is having each other, a like-minded group of people that can create financial freedom together, whatever that looks like for you. Okay. And so with the chat, acting as if, recognize that the newest person that's coming in there, welcome them. It's their first time. We have a chat of almost 100 people right now. They don't know anybody in there other than the person that just brought them on. Welcome them. Say hello. Act as if that's your newest person. Because when you act as if that's your newest person, guess what? Maybe you're going to be ready to receive your newest person, to enroll your next person. And when you see somebody get maybe their free membership or they hit a new rank, celebrate them. Sometimes we can see like different things going on in the chat and maybe you don't know that you have permission to say something. You do. If you see somebody new, welcome them. If you see somebody that has just hit a monumental, rank or advancement or progress or result or whatever, celebrate them. And this is a principle that I live by, that I learned from my mentors. What you celebrate accelerates. What you celebrate accelerates. Okay. So those are just a couple things: mentality check, mindset on really what we're doing and where we're going. And now I want to kind of break down a plan of action, and then we'll wrap up this call and kind of bam fam, book a meeting from a meeting, bam fam from this meeting to the next. Okay. Because every call this month of June is going to build off of each other. So I just want to check the chat, make sure we're good to go. Cool. Okay. All right, y'all. So I might share my screen so that you guys can see what I wrote down. But I want, we already talked about this, but know why you want to share this with people. Know why you're here. That's number one. Number two, and let's just type this in the chat. I actually want to see where everybody's at, and I'll type mine too. But understanding and recognizing, are you being a product of the product? So type in the chat. I'm actually curious, what is everybody using? Which academy, which strategy, which educator, which one do you guys use right now? Or maybe more of? Okay, we got some cash trapping, we got some HFX, Liberty, Nest, we've got Cobain, DCX, we've got, DCX, DeLorean. I'm using the scalper, the swipe point scalper. We've got DeLorean, DCX, Cobain, Colors, HFX, Elite, DeLorean, Cobain, Gold Cup, DCX, cool. We got a lot of DCX, Cash Trap, Colors, that's dope. DCX, Elite, Colors. We got a couple colors. HFX, DCX, Elite, cool. That's a lot of DCX. That's actually pretty cool to see. Cash Trap here and there. Yeah, a lot of Cash Trap too, a lot of HFX. Cool. So that's part two. Are you being a product of the product? I think it's funny when people are like, oh, can I just build? Which is actually really interesting because we never get that. But it's just like, no, you can't just build. You have to go be a product of the product. What are you tapping into? How can you build something that you aren't even using yourself, that you aren't even leveraging yourself? Okay. So are you being a product of the product? That's number two. Number three is three main characteristics, three main qualities that you should be embodying no matter what you're doing in your life. I believe that these are three main characteristics that will take you not only very far, but you'll be able to really grow through whatever you're going through. Okay. So number one is being coachable. And this is number one. And this is where most people stop. I'm just being real. Being coachable. If you call somebody a mentor and they give you a plan, let me start over. If you call somebody a mentor, whoever you're working with, okay, you tell them your goals, you tell them, what you want to accomplish. Maybe you set your goal date with them. You ask them and to hold you accountable. They give you a plan. They tell you to follow the system, but you're not coachable to that plan, that system. Okay. Maybe you justify why or whatever it is. You can no longer call them your mentor. Okay. Most people start and stop at being coachable. And if you want to learn more about what it really means to be coachable, you can write this down. On YouTube, it's called Your Wish is Your Command. It's like a 13-hour audio thing. It's broken up into chunks as you listen to it. And it literally talks about like the number one thing is being coachable and why being coachable is so important. If you look at any coach, any high level trainer, professional that works with people to maybe help them achieve a goal, they don't work with anybody that's not coachable. Okay. You're just going to end up wasting your time. You're just going to end up, going in circles. It's not going to work out for either person. So being coachable is number one. Okay. And all that means is following instructions. That's like the simplest way that I could break it down. Following instructions. Okay. If you want to create the result, follow the system. Whatever, whoever you're working with says, just do what they say. You can ask questions, maybe because you don't understand something, but if you're starting to question it and then you're not getting the results that you want, I'm sorry, but that's on you. Okay. Be coachable is number one. Number two is, are you hungry? Being hungry for something. And I guess the best way that I could break it down is when your plate is full, are you hungry? When your plate is not full, maybe you've got crumbs on your plate, are you hungry? Most people will stay hungry until like a certain set point gets hit, a certain tolerance level gets hit, a certain threshold. And we talk about sometimes, you guys ever heard the analogy of the thermometer and the thermostat? Okay, most people, they let the thermostat control their life. They're just, they're just the thermometer. They're just the temperature moving up and down. They're not remaining hungry even during good and bad times. Okay. The ones that actually go out and create the results that they want, they stay hungry no matter what. They stay hungry even when they have a full plate. Okay. So that's going to be super important. You ever hear Mikey talk about it? Put your back against the wall, create the environment where you can be hungry. Like, do things that allow you to stay hungry no matter what. So be coachable, hungry, burning desire. And then the third thing is being resourceful. Being resourceful. I feel like this is probably the most underrated characteristic, because a lot of times, and guys, this is what it is. Some of you guys are really good about it. But look, if you know that you can go out and probably figure out the answer on your own, go be resourceful. Okay. I have no problem you guys hitting me up. And I'm just saying this because it happens a lot. But if you want to build, like really build and help build a team and help people, you have to adopt that characteristic. Tony Robbins, if you guys know who Tony Robbins is, he talks about being resourceful. Okay. We all have the same access, the same resources, the same tools, the same mentors, the same go lives, everything, strategies, all of it. But why is it that so-and-so is having success and so-and-so isn't? It's probably because they're coachable, they're hungry, and they're resourceful, versus so-and-so that's not. So those are three main characteristics that I would embody, I would adopt, because you're not going to be able to really make progress in anything that you do. This isn't even about trading or building. This is just across the board. Okay. So being coachable, being hungry, being resourceful. Now I'm going to move into the plan and we're going to wrap up this call. But I'm going to ask you guys, ask yourself right now. So you know why you're here. You know that burning desire, that reason, okay? You're a product of the product. You know why you want to share this. You have a vision of where you're going to be by the end of this month, okay? Now we have to recognize where we're at right now. We cannot actually go somewhere until we recognize where we're at in our life right now. And so I'm going to break this down based on warm and cold market. Okay. And I know there's some people on this call, maybe you're like, Abby, I have no idea what a warm market is. I've never even heard of cold market. Like, what does that mean? So I'll break it down and kind of ask you guys a couple questions, and then you'll be able to gauge where you're at. Okay. So determining where you're at right now and starting from there. So for those of you that are on this call, I want you to think about the top 5 to 10 people in your life right now. The top 5 to 10 people in your life right now that are the most influential, driven people that you know. Think about those names. Okay. Okay. So think about those names. Maybe you write them down. Now, I want you to think about those names and ask yourself, have I reached out to them about what I do? Have I reached out to them or shared this with them already? It doesn't matter if today's day 1 or you've been in for 3 months, 3 years, doesn't matter. Who are the top 5 most influential and driven people in your life right now? And have you already shared this with them? Okay. If it's a yes, we're going to move on to part 2. We're going to move on to the next step. If it's a no, you've got, that's where you have to start. Okay. Starting right there. Who are your top 5, top 10 most influential and driven people that you know? And then you can connect your P600 and above leader right now, or whoever you're working with closely. Okay. Who can you connect those people with right now? That's where you need to start. And we're going to talk about how in a second. So if you're there, that's phase 1. Now, phase 2 is, let's say you've already done that. Okay. Phase 2 is we now are going to move into actually making a list. So your top 5, 10 most influential people, we want to get them connected with whoever you're rocking with. Okay. Whoever your closest leader that's also building this with you, maybe they personally enrolled you. Okay. Platinum 600 above, whatever that looks like. You're going to go to them and you're going to basically get them connected in a group chat or a quick phone call with your top 5, 10 people. Okay. And we'll show you how to do that. But all you're going to do is connect them and leverage their credibility, it being inside of the platform, and essentially saying something like, hey, I wanted to reach out to you. I've got a great thing. And we're going to go through that part of the video, but I've got something you've got to see. I actually wanted to connect you with, somebody I've been working with, for the last week or for the last 3 months, whatever the time is, who's been really helping me. I know you're really sharp. You're really driven. I'm going to go ahead and put us in a group chat because I know right now in your life, you're looking to create another stream of income. You can word that in any way that you want. All you want to do is connect your top 5 or top 10 people to whoever you're working with. And what that person is going to do is share a video with them, okay, themselves. We're doing it this way because those top 5, 10 people are actually going to take a look. They're actually going to be able to see what you have and make a decision. We want to work with them because they like you, they trust you, they respect you, and vice versa. So that's number 1. Number 2 is once you've done that, then we want to move to making an actual list. Okay, making an actual list. And so let's say, for example, I know iPhone and Android are a little bit different, but there's a couple ways that you can find people, and this is considered your warm market. Warm market are people that you know, like, and respect and trust, and they like, trust, and respect you. Okay, it's a mutual thing. If you say, hey, I've got something you've got to see, they should be able to take a look at it. Okay. I always think it's funny when your friends are like, no, I'm not going to take a look. I'm like, well, if you're a real homie, you would actually just take a look because I know where I'm going in the next 12 months. And I want you to at least see this for yourself and potentially join me and potentially come with me. Okay. So if you pull out your phone, you'll see in your contacts, I know for iPhone, it's at the very bottom. And I know for Android, it's at the very top. It's going to show you how many contacts you have in your phone. Okay. And so what I personally did, and I learned this from Joey Wilson, who's a Chairman 100, what he did was he went through all the contacts in his phone, and he basically, and I'll share what to say in a second, but he basically went through all his contacts that he has in his phone. Okay. He also went through his Facebook, his Instagram, his Snapchat, and I'll give you guys some context. Okay. You have to ask yourself if you've already done this. I'm talking everybody. Okay. Like, don't leave anybody out. If you really understand the power of this skill set, you will share this with them. You'll at least give them an opportunity to make that decision on their own if this is something that they want to do. Don't leave anybody out. Don't leave anybody off the table. Don't make any prejudgments, no assumptions, because you never know who's actually going to say yes. And you never know who's not only going to say yes, but come into this and actually crush it and actually change their life. Okay. Don't prejudge. I promise you, if you plug in and you're a product of the product, it's literally so. This morning, guys, like from the Swipe Point Scalper, I had a buy on Ethereum. Like, and it hit, I wish I could show you the screenshot on my phone. It hit my buy zone perfectly from the scalper. Like I personally have caught like 4 or 5 trade ideas from the scalper this week. I think I'm 4-1 for the week. Like, and this is like hundreds of pips, sometimes even thousands of pips that you're catching on a move. Obviously, it'll depend on your lot size. Guys, if you've been on any HFX session, Millie Mills, I know Matthew Thayer's on his honeymoon, but like Taylor Marks, Jake Bloomstrand, like Ness, whoever it is, you know that this works. Like, this duplicates. There's no and this is somebody that said this the other day, and I'm so glad that I read it. But they basically said this is a man-made company with a God-given skill set, being able to multiply money. I've never heard that before. Okay, maybe you guys just got started and right now you have excitement. Excitement is what's going to help you build through Platinum 600. I've been in the game for a minute. I have excitement, enthusiasm, but I also have conviction. And I think over time, your experience will build that conviction for you as long as you stay consistent and stay in the game. So going back to your contacts, guys, not prejudging, no assumptions. And I'm going to show you guys what you can say. You're going to go through all of your contacts. I had almost 1,000 people in my contacts, guys, in April. And from March to mid-April, I had brought on about 15 people from doing this. And then the cold market in March. Okay. This works and it duplicates because I've had conversations with people that have already done this. So you want to go through your contacts in your phone and then you want to go through your Facebook. So let's say, for example, you have like 400 or 500 contacts in your phone. You have 400 or 500 Facebook friends, 400 or 500 Instagram followers, and a handful of Snapchat friends. Okay. It's all good. This is not like a friendship breaker or anything like that. This is all you're saying. Let me give you guys an example. Hey, what's going on? I wanted to reach out. Talk to your friends, however you talk to your friends. Okay. This is just an example. Be like, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, girl? I want to hit you up. I want to reach out, whatever. because I've got something you need to see. I've got something you've got to see. Are you open to creating another stream of income at all? It is a yes or a no. If they say no, move on. Done. All good. No worries. Appreciate you. That's it. If they say yes, move on to the next part. That's it. This isn't some weird, awkward thing. It's like, yo, I'm on my way to creating another stream of income. Or maybe you've already created another stream of income. I'm on my way to creating multiple streams of income. Okay. I'm already, on track to surpassing my goals this summer, this year. Would you be able to, I'm going to send you a video. I'll fill you in on all the details. Would you be able to watch it before 8 p.m. tonight? It's not. If you make this weird, if you make this awkward, guess what? It's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward. It's not. You need to understand the power of this. And I think everybody on this call does. That's why you're still here. That's why you have a desire to share this, because you actually see the value in what's in front of you and the vision of where it can take you. But I'm just kind of prefacing this because I know the thoughts that you have, because I had them too. Okay. But you can go through your phone contacts, your Facebook friends, your Snapchat, your Instagram. Boom, done. Write down, and then make a list, write down everyone that you share this with. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're just going to send them a video, and you're going to follow. I'm going to read this out loud so you guys can see, but then you're just going to send them a video. You're going to send them an exposure. And then from there, you're going to connect. If they like it, they just have questions, then you're going to connect them with whoever you're working with. Okay. Whoever you're running with, as maybe your personal enroller, your Platinum 600 above, whoever that is. Okay. And one thing I'm going to say about this is with your warm market, because this is all we're talking about right now. We're not talking about cold market or talking to strangers. Okay. This is warm market. And maybe you've already exhausted your warm market. Cool. You should be watching this right now as if you're going to teach this to your team in the next 30 days when you have Platinum 600s and above working with you. Okay. So your warm market, I said 7 days max. And I only say 7 days because this is why people don't ever move forward. I believe is they spend way too much time with their warm market. They spend way too much time with the same people saying no every 6 months, every 3 months. You're like, whenever there's a big Zoom call, they're your go-tos to invite. Okay. Get your questions out. Hey, what's up? Want to reach out? I've got something you need to see. Are you open to create another stream of income? It's a yes or a no. It's not a 5-day, 6-month, 12-month, year-long drag out conversation. It's get it done, get out. You don't want to stay, I wrote it right here, but you don't want to stay comfy there. Okay. All you're doing, guys, is you're just giving them the opportunity to take a look at what you do. They're going to decide on your time, because you're going to help them make a decision. Hey, I need to know if you're going to trade with me or not by tomorrow at 8 p.m. I'm launching a new wave of traders this week. I need to know by this time if you're going to be a part of that group. Okay. Can you let me know by 8 p.m. tonight? Whatever. All you're doing is you're setting them up. Okay. You're the alley-oop, and they're going to take a look, and they're going to decide if they're going to do this or not. Okay. All you're doing is giving them the opportunity to take a look and join you. You don't want to get comfy in your warm market. Okay. So, and then we're going to move on to cold market in about a week. Okay. So everything's going to be with a call to action. So this last part, guys, and I'm going to break down, I'll share my screen so you guys can actually see what I say. And I just pulled this from the 4-step invite. The only thing that he doesn't say in the 4-step invite is asking people, are you open to creating another stream of income? I only add that in there because it's going to deviate from conversations that most people don't know how to answer, where people are like, oh, well, what is it? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's a yes or a no. You're either going to show up because you're a homie, you're going to support me, you're going to see what this is about, or you're not. Okay. I can show you better than I can tell you. If I could tell you what this was, I would have already told you, type of thing. That's why I'm showing you. Okay. Can you make it on the call? Okay, cool. So this week, this is the call to action, y'all. Let me see the chat, see how we're doing. All right. And I'll go back to everybody that's in the chat, writing stuff down. Have my contacts. Face more. Yeah. Okay, cool. So this week we're gonna break some limiting beliefs. This week, I gotta plug my computer in. We're gonna break some limiting beliefs, some limitations that we have around sharing this. And maybe this is your first time doing this and you don't have no limitations. You're like, Abby, I'm all in. I see this. I know what I got to do. Let's run it. Okay. You're coachable. You're hungry. You're ready to rock and roll. You've got that burning desire. Nothing can stop you. Life's going to be hard, but nobody's going to be able to take you down because you understand the why and the vision. Okay. So I believe the why keeps you in the game. The vision pulls you back up when you're down. Because I've been here for 4 years and there have been multiple times when I wanted to quit. But my why kept me in the game. I was still here. Okay. But my vision of where I could go kept pulling me back up, kept allowing me to continue to show up, even when I didn't want to, even when I didn't feel like it, even when I didn't believe. Okay. And I also believe staying around the campfire helps tremendously as well. So the goal this week, guys, is to break Platinum 150. And that's not to say maybe you're one person to P150, like officially. Maybe you have 2 personal enrollments right now, and the next person you bring on, you go Platinum 150. That's not what this is. This is this week. And I'm telling y'all right now, some of y'all are gonna look at me like, Abby, you're crazy. I haven't brought on 3 people in 6 months. I've never brought on 3 people. I just started, Abby. What are you talking about? I'm like, dude, we have to, if we want to go somewhere that we've never gone before, we have to start doing things and being a certain person that's different. Okay. We can't go to new places with an old mindset. So this week, the goal was to break Platinum 150. Okay. Whether you're already a Platinum 150 or not, maybe you're not at all, or maybe you're a P600, P1000, your goal is to help 3 people get started with the Academy this week. And I'm going to say a couple of things on this because I already know some thoughts that are going on, and I'm going to kind of hit on those right now. But I want to say this, okay? If you run the play, if you stay coachable to the plan, you can do this. If you run the play, if you stay coachable to the plan, if you have that burning desire and you're resourceful, you can do this. But you have to adopt the mindset that you choose, that you decide, that you can take control. A lot of times we'll build this business or we'll start trading and we'll adopt this victim mentality when things don't go our way, when we aren't seeing the results that we want, maybe because we weren't putting in the work necessary. Okay. But you have to adopt the fact that you choose, you decide, you're the one that can take control. And although you cannot control what someone says, okay, or if somebody gets started or not, if that specific person gets started or not, but you can focus on the things that you can control, okay? And one of those things that you can control is by giving yourself as many opportunities for people to say yes. If you talk to 10 people a day, you didn't give yourself enough opportunities for people to say yes. Okay. If you drag out your warm market this entire month, I promise you, it's going to be very difficult for you to go Platinum 600 this month. And Abby, why are we trying to go Platinum 600 this month? What's the rush? What's the XYZ? There's no rush. It's if not now, then when. If there's no deadline with your goal, it's just a wish. Why would we wait till July to do this? We haven't done it at all this year. I'm just trying to give you guys a new perspective. If not now, then when? What better way than to kick off the month of June together with a call of 25 plus people that are all hungry, have a burning desire to go out and do this with, to create culture and community around a good thing. You can do this, but sometimes we can justify why we can't. Give yourself as many opportunities for people to say yes. That's why this week is all about hitting your warm market. You've got probably, I had almost 1,000 contacts in my phone. Okay. I had almost 1,000 contacts in my phone. And in like 45 days, I personally enrolled myself to Platinum 600 with personals. That's just me. I know if I can do that, y'all can do that. Trust me. Y'all hear me on this call right now? I came onto this call just being real, extremely nervous. I think sometimes we can look at people and be like, oh, they've got it in the bag. They're going to crush it. This is what they always do. But I still get nervous sometimes. Like I still mess up. I still fall on my face. I still, will question myself sometimes. It's all good. You just got to keep showing up. You have to have the courage to keep showing up and taking action. So the things that we can control, guys, is giving ourselves as many opportunities for people to say yes. How we do that is starting more conversations. I bet you out of your Facebook, your Snapchat, your Instagram, your phone contacts, you probably have a good 1,500, 2,000 plus people you can talk to, okay? And the goal, talk to everybody this week. And if you're already thinking, I can't do that, I'm sorry, guys, but you're putting yourself in a losing position. That should not be your first question in your head. Your first question in your head should not be, oh, I can't do that. It should be, cool, bet, how can I do that? Let's see how many people I can actually talk to by the end of this week. And I'm going to show you exactly what to say. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. You just got to follow the plan. Following the plan, reaching out for help, okay? So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. And this will be, I think, the last thing that we'll talk about. I can tell you firsthand. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Okay. I think this is going to be helpful. All right, can y'all see this? We get to go? Okay, perfect. So this is it. And this is what I pulled from listening to my mentors. I really like Joey Wilson. He's Chairman 100. He's business partners with, most of you guys know, Matthew Thayer, okay, HFX educator, Cash Trap. Joey Wilson does a video called The 4-Step Invite, and it's on YouTube. And I'll show you guys, actually, I'll show you right now. So if you go to my YouTube channel, and it's also in the members guide, okay? If you go to here, it'll actually take you to this playlist, Intro to Building Trainings. All you're gonna do is just watch the first 2 videos. That's it. This one, Jim Rohn, this is gonna build your foundation. This is gonna set the expectations, okay? Because I think a lot of times we can just jump into things and not really like know maybe what's ahead or the mindset behind it. I kind of just gave you that right now a little bit, just kind of scratching the surface as much as I could. But this is one of the best audios you could ever listen to, hands down. I don't care if you're building network marketing or not. This is incredible. I've listened to this multiple times, and every time I listen to it, I gain a new perspective from it. So this is where you want to start. It is an hour. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it, while you're cooking, while you're in, doing a workout, or while you're walking. Okay. This is number 1. So you listen to this, and then you listen to the 4-step invite. And I promise you'll probably watch the 4-step invite a couple times. Write it down. Okay. So this is where you want to go to learn for yourself. So this is all you guys can say. I'm going to break this down, and we'll open up for questions, and we'll wrap up the call. So this is what you can do. Say it in your own words, however you speak to your friends, however you speak to your acquaintances, your coworkers, your peeps on Facebook, whatever that looks like, open it up with that, okay? But I'm getting right to the point because I have urgency and I understand the power of this, and people need to get access to this now. People need to get access to this now, okay? That's my mindset. I'm like, dude, you cannot wait. Like, I'm literally growing my account every single week. You can too. You just need to plug in, get out your own way. So I say, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, girl? Hey, how's it going? Hi, so-and-so. I just wanted to reach out I just want to hit you up because I've got something you need to see. I've got something you've got to see, okay? I've got something you need to take a look at. Whatever, it's the same thing. And you're going to ask them, are you open to creating another stream of income? They're going to say, if they say no, say, hey, all good. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. They're probably going to be like, well, what's it about? If it's a homie, like, and then you don't explain, you invite them to a video. They tell you they're open to another stream of income. Be like, okay, awesome. I'll definitely fill you in on all the details. You could even say, I'll definitely fill you in on all the details. I know you would crush this, or I know you would do really well, whatever. If I would you, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you do anything outside of if I would you, I cannot help you. This is not my information. This is information that Christian Jukes taught me, that he's learned from an individual that's made like $70 million in this industry doing this, okay? If I would you, if I send you a video on how I'm creating another stream of income, would you be able to watch it before 8 p.m. tonight? Or maybe it's already 8 p.m., say 8 p.m. tomorrow. And the reason why I do 8 p.m., maybe switch it for your time zone, okay, is because there's usually a Zoom overview at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if I can, this is the psychology behind it, guys, but like if I can get them to watch it by a specific time before the next Zoom overview, I'm now setting them up for the next call. They watch it, they like it. Hey, that's awesome. You like Swipe Point, you like the fact that you can make money from your phone. There's actually a call happening in an hour from right now, in 50 minutes, with one of my mentors. You probably saw him from the video. If I could get you on that call, would you be able to join? Okay. But let's just keep it simple. This is what I'm doing. Okay. Would you be able to watch it before 8 p.m. tonight? They say yes. Or maybe they're like, oh, I actually won't be home till later. Can we do it tomorrow? Be like, yeah, no worries. Does tomorrow at 8 p.m. work better? Cool. Lock it in. So what you're going to do is send them a text. Okay, awesome. Write down any questions and we'll talk at 8 p.m. tonight. We'll talk at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And what you want to do is I would write it down in your calendar or in your notes, set an alarm for 8 p.m. to reach back out. Okay. And what I'm sending people, guys, right now, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is actually pretty dope. But this is corporate, by the way. Corporate just put this out. What is DCX.com? This is like a really, really cool site. So they have this, what is DCX, 1 minute, 30-second video, 40-second video. I think this is a little bit more, this is just like, I think this is just like a commercial, if you would, of DCX. Just to kind of like bring people in. It's a dope video. This is more like an explanation. I think this is like a 2-3 minute video. And then I think it's cool that they have Mike Sotero just did a What is DCX Academy video. It's 8 minutes. It's straight to the point and people can watch. I know Jason has a video as well that breaks a little bit more down of the entire platform in 9 minutes. Okay. So it's a site and then they have all the educators. And I'm just going to say this on the call because I'm extremely excited about this. For those that don't know, but Mike Navarrete is now going to be, I'm just a huge fan of Mike Navarrete. If you've ever listened to me, I've mentioned him before on Go Live on the Forex side. He talks a lot about mindset and psychology and getting your beliefs right when it comes to money and trading. He's going to be on Go Live as a DCX educator, which I'm pretty excited about. So Zachary Hogan. So these guys are on here and then some testimonies. So this is a great site. I've watched all the videos, so I know what I'm sending out to people. This is just something that you can leverage. And maybe you're like, yo, Abby, maybe I don't want to send out just a DCX video. Don't worry. You can send out, I know Christian has a video on his YouTube. Wait, let me do this. Christian has a video on his YouTube. You can ask the person that you're working with to send it to you. It's this one right here. So if you just type in Christian Jukes, Intro to Digital Entrepreneurship, okay, it's a 19-minute video where he breaks down the entire platform. I really like that video. It is what it is. You guys can use it, okay? But those are what I'm using. And then after it's 8 p.m., you're going to want to hit them up and super simple. Hey, I appreciate you for watching the video. Hey, I appreciate you for checking, the video out. What did you like best? What did you like best about everything you saw? What did you like best about everything you saw? Simple. And then I'm not going to go into much detail after this because by then you're probably going to be texting myself or whoever you're working with on this call what to do next. Be like, oh my God, somebody hit me up, somebody hit me back. They watched the video and they liked it. What do I do next? Okay. And I can tell you guys this right now on the call, just so it's recorded. But typically what I like to do, and I learned this from Christian, whenever I follow up with somebody at this point and ask them what they like best, here's the key, guys. I didn't say, what did you think? I said, what did you like best? Okay. What did you like best? When you get them connected with your mentor or your sponsor, whoever you're working with on this call, guys, you want to make sure that what did they like best? And you want to ask them if they have any questions. And all you're going to do is just take them to your mentor, your upline, whoever you're working with, okay? Whoever you're working with, guys, that's who you want to get them connected with. Be like, hey, I love the fact that you loved XYZ. I really love that too. It's really helped me, create a lot more time for myself. It really helped me, get on my way to creating another stream of income. Do you have any questions, or is this something that you're looking to get started with? Do you have any questions, or is this something that you're looking to get started with? You're ready to get started with. They're going to tell you whatever they say. And whatever they say, you want to be like, hey, all good, or hey, that's awesome. I had a lot of questions, or, I definitely feel you there. I actually want to connect you with my mentor. They've helped me, create the success that I have right now. They've helped me, create success along my trading journey. I love to connect you with them. They've got all the answers to your questions. If I could set up a call, would you be able to jump on? If I got you connected with them, would you want to hear their story? And then you could either do a group chat or a call. Okay. So this is what I would do. I don't want you guys to complicate it. It's actually really simple. If you don't know what to say, just reach out. This is recorded, so I will put it up on my YouTube, but I'm going to put it as unlisted. So if you want to go back to this part where I wrote out what I said at the end, you can, and write it down for yourself. But it's really simple. And I want you guys to think about this, okay? When it comes to trading, when it comes to building, all this is shooting the same shot. You're just shooting the same shot. Look at Steph Curry. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Kobe Bryant. They got really, really good because they shot the same shot. That's all this is. It's saying the same thing over and over and over again. Okay. Maybe handling objections here and there, but it's the same thing. In trading, it's the same confirmations. It's not doing all these, 10 different things all different times. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. So this will probably be the longest call that we do this month, because there was a lot to it that I wanted to make sure that we could kick off for this week. But to give you guys a call to action, number one is watch those first 2 videos in the builders playlist. Okay. If you haven't done that already, I would do that. Number 2 is make your top 5, top 10 list. Get them connected with whoever you're working with. Okay. And whoever you're working with, you guys on the call, you know who you are. All you want to do is just say, hey, yeah, I heard that, you're a super hard worker. You're qualified to work with us. Mikey actually has a video on this in his YouTube, but, I heard that you're super hardworking. You're open to another stream of income. If you qualify with us, we would love to work with you. Why is it important right now to create another stream of income? Okay, great. If I send you a quick video on how to, how we're doing that, would you want to check it out? Would you check it out? Perfect. Send the video. Now you have a group chat for accountability. That's it. Okay. So you want to make your top 5, top 10. And then once you do that, guys, everybody else that's in your phone contacts, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, you want to make that list, and you want to reach out to them, and just make the list of whoever you actually share the video with. Okay. And then you want to get them connected with whoever you're working with. Just follow this instruction. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, you can go for it. It's going to be in the recording, and I will send it out for those that missed the call or that want to watch this again. But I would say this week, guys, the goal is to go platinum 150. Platinum 150. Go challenge yourself. Go do what you haven't done before. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. And if you're if you're in this for the very first time, get fired up. Get excited. Because this is one of the best things that you could be a part of. And this skill set is a skill set that nobody can take away from you. And you can do this with other amazing people, like-minded individuals that are all on the same wavelength, moving in the same direction. And I'm most excited to see who takes this seriously, who has a burning desire to make this happen in the month of June. And by the end of June, we have more than 12 new Platinum 600s and above, because we know what's going to happen after that. So guys, without further ado, I appreciate y'all's time for showing up, showing out today, this Sunday, for over an hour on this call. I hope you got what you needed to hear to go out and apply, do the dang thing. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Love y'all.